Welcome back to another week on the Roar Rundown. It was an exciting week for Tiger sports filled with lots of wins.
Let's start out with some of the wins for Ouachita. The women started things off Friday on a high note, defeating William Jewell College 6-1 before losing to Harding University 7-0 on Saturday. The men also played William Jewell College on Friday and soared to a 7-0 victory. With the win, the men improved to 6-2 on the season and are currently riding a 3-game win streak.
We have a new segment that we are excited to start this week called Meet the Coaches. This segment introduces the Ouachita Athletic coaches and highlights their achievements from the past year. For our first coach, Stormy Leonard sat down with her former head volleyball coach, Allison Frizzell-Kaiser, to hear how her first year went.
Hey guys, welcome to our first segment of Meet the Coaches. I'm Stormy Leonard here with head volleyball coach and my former coach, Allison Frizzell-Kaiser. Thanks for joining us.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
So this segment's just to kind of get to know who is leading our sports teams. And the first question I wanted to ask is, as a player, having played in this program, what made you want to come back and coach?
I think it's always been a dream of mine to coach at college, but being back at my alma mater, where it's a family environment, I just love it. I consider this my second home, my home away from home and my home. So I'm just glad to be back here.
As a coach now, what do you want to improve on through the program and through your time here?
I think champions are built in the off season, so I definitely want to improve off season and challenge the girls to get better. But I also, I want to win too. But with that being said, I want to recruit good student athletes, so where they leave the program a better person than when they came.
What is your favorite thing about coaching here?
My favorite thing about coaching here is probably just the family environment. A lot of the coaches here and the staff were here when I was here, so I already knew them prior to coaching here, but just the athletic staff and the girls, they make me want to be here.
And looking back on your first season as a head coach, what was your favorite memory?
My favorite memory was probably beating SWASU because we weren't supposed to, and we had one of the biggest crowds we had all season, and there were a lot of recruits here too, and so it was just a good experience overall.
Awesome. Well, that's all we have for this segment. Thanks for joining me. Back to you guys.
Coach Frizzell-Kaiser led Ouachita to a 23-9 season, as well as an 11-5 record in conference. That placed the Tigers at 4th going into the Great American Conference Tournament. The Tigers won their first playoff game against Arkansas Tech 3-2, but lost a tough semifinal game against Harding 3-1. Frizzell-Kaiser has the most wins for a first-year Ouachita volleyball coach in school history.
The men and women's basketball teams played their final games of the regular season on Thursday and Saturday this week. On Thursday, the women lost to East Central 75-40, but responded against Southeastern Oklahoma State University, losing a hard-fought battle 80-76. The men had two incredible games this past week, defeating East Central 86-72 and narrowly losing in overtime 93-89 to Southeastern. The Tigers will go into conference play as the 8th seed and will play the number 1 seed Southern Nazarene University in round 1. Take a look back at a few of the highlights from the games.
Playing for a lot here today. Manick, a long three, short-armed it. Martin has the rebound, out in front to Stanley. Here we go! It's Freeman. Freeman in a big spot here, off the glass and in. How about that? Out of the timeout, they tell Allie Freeman, you take the basketball, you go score to play, and it's Freeman with the basketball. The star wide receiver gives to Talbert at the rim, and the layup is good.
It was also senior day on Saturday for the basketball teams and cheerleaders at Ouachita. Let's take a look back at the seniors that were honored.
She is now the second Lady his mother, Teresa Franklin. Let's hear it for number 20, Wes Franklin. Matthew Ward. Matthew came to the Tigers from Charleston High School in 2015. He has appeared in 87 games for Ouachita, scoring 244 points. His career high in points came against Oklahoma Baptist, where he scored 22 with 36 three-pointers. Ward has also excelled in the classroom, earning the President's List honor every semester he has been at Ouachita. He was named the Great American Conference Elite Scout Athlete following the 2017-2018 season. He was also and came to the Tigers from Episcopal Lacey Craig in 2015. He has appeared in 112 games for Ouachita, scoring 1,028 points, grabbing 315 rebounds, and adding 234 assists. His career high in points came this season against Oklahoma Baptist, where he scored 30 points. Martin has made 43% of his three-point shots while at Ouachita, and he was named to the All-Ouachita Athletic team following the 2017-2018 season. He is a member of the 1,000-Point Club and was a key player on the 2016 GAC Tournament Championship team, which made an NCAA tournament appearance. He is escorted today by his stepdad, Chief Smith, and his mother, Tunza Smith. Let's hear it for Bailey Martin and Mackenzie Gosser. A senior business marketing major and mass communications minor from North Little Rock, Mackenzie has been an OBU Tiger cheerleader for 3.5 years. She's been a captain for 1.5 years. In her time at Ouachita, she's been a member of the Women of EEE, where she was a song leader and the fundraising chair. She's a member of the Ouachita Student Foundation, Women in Business, Enactus, and she's been an Elrond Peak Partnership tutor for 3 years. Mackenzie is escorted this afternoon by her parents, Donna and Bobby Gosser, and her fiancé, Matt Savage. Let's hear it for Mackenzie Gosser. Allison Biggers. Now is a 4-year OBU Tiger cheerleader, and she has served as captain this year. In her time at Ouachita, she has been a member of the Women of EEE, where she is the current president. NSSHLA, where she has served as co-president. And she's a Kappa Chi Little Sis. She's escorted today by her parents, Trish and Bobby Biggers. Raise your roar for Allison Biggers. Colton Tillery. Colton is a 3-year OBU Tiger cheerleader. In his time at Ouachita, he's been a member of the men of Kappa Chi. He's escorted today by his parents, Chad and Vanessa Tillery, and his younger brother, Carson Tillery. Put your balls together for Colton Tillery. Tiffany Lee. Tiffany is a 4-year OBU cheerleader, and she's currently serving as a captain this semester. In her time at Ouachita, she's been a member of the Women of EEE, the Ouachita Student Foundation, Women in Business, and she was the 2017 Miss OBU. She's escorted today by her parents, Tony and Kelly Lee. Let's hear it for Tiffany Lee.
I think I saw you at the end there getting
I
honored.
did. It's over. It's so sad. I started cheering in the 5th grade.
Dang, I know that they're going to really miss you, though, Tiffany, as will we at the end of this year.
I'm going to miss it too. The Ouachita softball team split their first conference games this weekend against Southern Nazarene University. On Saturday, the Tigers dropped both games to the Crimson Storm 7-0 and 10-7. However, the Tigers picked up their first wins in conference in the next 2 games, defeating Southern Nazarene 8-6 and 12-4. Natalie Jackson hit a walk-off home run in the 8th inning to secure the first conference victory for the Tigers. Hear what she had to say after her historic day.
I'm here with Natalie Jackson, who hit a 3-run walk-off home run for Ouachita, get them their first win in conference against Southern Nazarene. She went 3 for 5 on the day. Tell me what you were thinking at the plate.
Well, we had a runner on 2nd and 3rd, and I was just really thinking, get a base hit, at least we'll get the runner on 3, and then maybe Callie will get in to score 2 and win the game. But I was really just trying to put the ball in play to get my girls home.
And then also tell me, how does this feel, getting Ouachita their first win in conference?
It feels awesome. This is just such an important win for us. We're playing really hard for Coach McGee right now, and I think he would be really, really proud of us.
Well, good luck next game.
Thank you.
In Game 2, Samantha Ortiz led the Tigers to victory with a 6 RBI game. Ortiz would go 2 for 3 at the plate and hit her first career grand slam in her opening at bat. The Tigers will travel to Shawnee, Oklahoma this weekend for their next games against Oklahoma Baptist University.
The Ouachita baseball team improved to 4-5 in conference after sweeping Southern Nazarene University. On Saturday, the Tigers came to life offensively, putting up 10 runs in the first game and securing the win 10-0 in 7 innings. For Game 2, it was a pitcher's matchup, but the Tigers prevailed 1-0. For the final game, Ouachita completed the sweep with an 8-3 victory. Listen to what head coach Luke Howard had to say after the weekend.
I'm here with head coach Luke Howard after sweeping Southern Nazarene. Got the big win, 8-3 today. Coach, what can be said, about the guys today and how they performed?
What these guys showed this weekend is some resiliency from what we've gone through this past week, from the weekend last weekend, getting beaten those 3 tough games, and then Tuesday kind of getting blown out. Really, we regrouped a little bit, made some adjustments, and had some big hits right there and executed this weekend. And Logan Honeycutt coming up there with the bases clearing double in the top of the 9th that's big time for a baseball program. And we moved Luke Skaggs into the bullpen in the back end of the game. We've been struggling a little bit in the back end, and he came out there 2 days in a row and shut the door for us. So we pitched and played defense all weekend and just grinded out those wins.
Yes, sir. And what's the game plan going into this next week, facing off against Oklahoma Baptist University at home?
Well, we're going to go up to Arkansas Tech on Tuesday and play them. Great offensive club, good club all around, and Oklahoma Baptist is one of the top teams in this conference. So, we got to get ready for a big week. We can enjoy this one tonight and start getting ready for Arkansas Tech tomorrow and worry about Oklahoma Baptist after that.
Yes, sir. Congratulations.
All righty.
The baseball team will travel next to Arkansas Tech in Russellville, Arkansas for a non-conference game on Tuesday before they are back in action at Rab Rogers Stadium this weekend against Oklahoma Baptist University. Although Ouachita had a proficient week for Ouachita sports, it has not been an easy week for many Tigers. On Sunday of this past week, head softball coach Mike McGee passed away from his battle with cancer. Coach McGee was the head softball coach at Ouachita since 2004, served on the coaching staff for the Tigers for 17 years. Coach McGee is deeply missed, but he left a legacy at Ouachita that will last forever. Join the Ouachita community in praying for his family during this time. Tiffany, I had an opportunity last year to call the games with Mike, or just for Mike, and just an outstanding guy on and off the field. Got to hear his testimony a little bit and meet his wife, who's just phenomenal as well. And I know this has just been a really tough time for everybody who knows him.
He'll definitely be missed by the Tigers.
For sure. But with that, that's all we have for you this week.
Follow us on social media. We'll see you next week on the Roar Rundown.